Hello, good day and welcome to Ugamatv. This is Top Stories, and this week's edition we have a lot of stories lined up for your viewing pleasure. And I am Emmanuel Tewasi, your host for this edition. And within the week, a lot of things happened, from the Independence Day celebration to the Teachers Day celebration, down to the arrest of Naira Marley and the surrendering of Prime Ball to the Lagos State Police Command. All right, so happy independence to Nigerians. Happy 63rd independence to Nigeria. 63 years of struggle, 63 years of undivided unity, 63 years of holding on and believing that this country one day would be great. All right, so moving away from independence, teachers are also one of the key factors of social and economic development in our society, and more or less they are not being appreciated enough. But this week we marked the Teachers Day, and what I can say is that if you are a teacher, we appreciate you for making us who we are. You set the pace for us, you train us, give us the necessary knowledge and the societal values to go out there and be what most of us are and are doing today. So once again, happy Teachers Day. All right, so don't also forget to follow us on our social media handles: on Facebook at Ugamatv, on Instagram at Ugamatv1, YouTube on Ugamatv. Don't also forget to like, subscribe, and share so that once we post or update stories or interesting content, you will be the first to be notified. You can also check our blog at www.ugamatv, where you get to read all the latest stories, updates as they unfold. Okay, so this week we began the week with Independence Day celebration, and coming down to Enugu, the Enugu State Governor, Barrister Peter Ndubisi Mba, says he is prioritizing education, describing it as the cornerstone for nation building. Governor Mba noted that his administration is overhauling basic education in the state, including the ongoing construction of a smart school in each of the 260 wards in the state, with a pilot model in Owo community nearing completion. It's a massive project which is going to house high-tech facilities for education in order to enhance the quality of education around and within the state. Okay, so still on the Independence Day celebration, the Anambra State Governor, Professor Charles Soludo, has renamed the Anambra State International Airport after Professor Chinua Achebe. The governor said Achebe was not only from Anambra State, but a global hero with yet largely unsung achievements and recognition at home. So I think this is a very laudable step by the Anambra State Governor by renaming the Anambra State International Airport after one of the elites and the erudite scholars of our time. All right, so moving on forward, we are going straight to the Provincial Wage Award by the federal government. We recall that the Nigerian Labour Congress had already marked October 3rd for their nationwide indefinite strike, but few hours to the commencement of the strike, the Labour and the federal government had a meeting, and this meeting yielded positive result for both sides, which led to the increment of the new minimum wage award of 35,000 naira as against the 25,000 naira that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had earlier declared for low-grade workers. This is quite a laudable achievement, but however, this will only last for 6 months, and one will wonder after 6 months what happens. So if you want to know the terms of agreement and what transpired during the meeting, don't forget to check www.ugamatv for more details of this story. From the judicial angle, the Chief Justice of Nigeria within the week appointed 23 new judges of the Federal High Court of Nigeria. This occurred on Wednesday, and the Chief Justice of Nigeria, while swearing them in at an event held at the main courtroom at the Supreme Court, urged the new judges, to shun corruption and practices or acts that will drag the name of the judiciary to the mud. But looking at the events unfolding in the judiciary system over the years, one would know that this is quite a Herculean task for the new judges. Congratulations to the new judges, and we wish them well as they dispense justice to Nigerians. Okay, on a very interesting note, the BUA Cement Company announced a reduction of price of cement to 3,500 naira as against the 5,000 naira price. So this is a good feat, and we congratulate BUA for doing so. On the other hand, you would recall that last week we brought you updates about the suspended Dean of Faculty of Law at the University of Calabar, Professor Cyril Ndufon, who was accused of sexual harassment. Last week he alleged that his life was in danger. Then this week we had it that a panel set by the Vice Chancellor of the school has found Professor Cyril Ndufon guilty of the sexual harassment accusation levied against him by students of that department. This is quite a terrible situation in our institution lately, where sex for grade is gradually becoming a norm in the Nigerian education system. So if you want to know the findings of the panel and how they arrived at this our findings, you could do well to check www.Ugamatv for more details of this story. Alright, so moving away from Professor Cyril Ndufon, within the week, a coroner inquest investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of 27-year-old Ireoluwa Oladimeji Aloba, aka Mohbad, finalized the list of its witnesses who would be providing testimony in the case. And similarly, Naira Marley was arrested within the week and was arraigned before a magistrate court sitting in Yaba area of Lagos State on Wednesday. The magistrate ruled that Azeez Fashola, popularly known as Naira Marley, be remanded in police custody for 21 days pending the conclusion of the investigation. Naira Marley, Sam Larry, and other suspects who are involved in this case have been remanded according to the report by the Lagos State Police Command. Still in the same vein, another suspect, popularly known as Prime Boy, turned himself in after being declared by the Lagos State Police Command. Prime Boy was declared wanted for the refusal and failure to honor the invitation by the Lagos State Police Command for questioning over the death of Mohbad. Still on the issue of Mohbad, a social media sensationalist, Martins Victor, aka Very Dark Man, alleged that Mohbad's wife should be considered as a prime suspect over the singer's death, and he made some critical points accusing the wife of being the prime suspect in this case. In other news, Pope Francis has suggested that there could be ways for the Catholic Church to bless same-sex marriage, and this has sparked a lot of reactions by Christians of different denominations, Nigerians, and across the globe concerning this issue of blessing same-sex marriage. What is your take on this issue? You can drop your comment in the comment section about what you think about blessing same-sex marriage by the Catholic Church. A police officer by name Belasa Iyangidio has been arrested for allegedly raping a 16-year-old girl while in detention. This is quite a sad incident and we as a society should speak against rape culture in Nigeria, especially when it comes to minor. Benue State Police Commissioner Bartholomew Onyeka confirmed that the suspect has been arrested and is in police custody. Over 90 schoolgirls in Kenya have been affected with a strange illness which has affected their walking ability. This is quite a strange occurrence, and we are yet to discover what could be the cause of this. So if you want to know more about this story, you could just check our blog for more details of it. On a very sad note, a journalist and a former correspondent of the Tribune newspaper, Tijani Adeyemi, died of cardiac arrest in the National Assembly shuttle bus. This is quite unfortunate, and may his soul rest in perfect peace. Still on police matters, a 34-year-old man, Francis Williams, was paraded by the Abia police force for attempting to vandalize a transformer. The Abia State Police Command said that the suspect was a former police officer who was dismissed. Another interesting happening within the week was the issue of the Chicago State University certificate of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Within the week, the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar held a press conference where he made key revelations and also called on Peter Obi, the candidate of Labour Party, and Rabiu Kwankwaso of the NNPP to join him in the fight for justice. He made a lot of revelation concerning the certificate, and if you want to know what he actually said in the press conference, you could check our blog for more details. Okay, so another interesting one was the incident that happened during the screening of the 3 additional ministerial nominee by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You would recall that one of the nominee, Abbas Balarabe, collapsed during the screening, and in a new development, Balarabe disclosed that he was exhausted while getting ready for the screening, and that resulted to the incident. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu nominated Balarabe in replacement of the former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, Dr. Jamila Ibrahim, and Ayodele Olawande as new ministerial nominees. So you could check our blog to know the portfolio they would be occupying. Okay, Napoli social media executive has been sacked. He stepped down from his role after posting a controversial video mocking the star player Victor Osimhen. Okay, and finally on this edition of Top Stories, BB All-Star season housemate Ilebaye was crowned the winner of the popular reality TV show. She won the 120 million cash prize with other prizes from the sponsors of the show. Congratulations to Ilebaye, and we await the next season. I hope it will be interesting and jiggy as this one. Alright, so this is where we wrap it up on this edition of Top Stories, and it was quite an interesting one with you, my viewer, and I believe you also had a wonderful time. And don't forget to follow us on our social media handles: on Facebook at Ugamatv, on Instagram at Ugamatv1, on YouTube at Ugamatv, and check our blog for updates and latest stories as the events unfold on www.ugamatv.com. Until we come your way next week, I am Emmanuel Tewasi. Bye for now.
When you think of online TV and radio, broadcasting, media consultancy, event coverage, event management and planning, there's no better name than Ugamatv. But that's not all. We're also into photo studio and coverage, e-commerce, documentaries, TV and radio jingles, adverts, video editing, post-production, makeup, web design, graphic design, equipment rental, promotions, branding and awards, talent hunt, film making, news blogging, fashion and pageantry, printing. We also run a music studio and help you execute your video shoots. We are at number 5/21 Upper Chime Avenue, beside Open Sheraton Restaurant, New Haven, Enugu. For more information, call 0816-370-0950 or 0811-098-9688. Follow us on our social media handles: Facebook at Ugamatv, Instagram at Ugamatv1, Twitter at Ugamatv, website www.ugamatv.com. You can also send us email at ugamatv@gmail.com. Ugamatv, your one-stop media solution.